Good afternoon, Junior Lancers of Newmarket Middle School. Today is Tuesday, May 12th. Mr. Keen is raising tadpoles. Check out their daily progress by joining his Schoology group. Use code ZHVH-KJVD-9VM3J.
So it is day one with the tadpoles, and here's our current setup. This is the tank I'm using, guys. It's about a 5-gallon. It has a little filter system. These rocks and these plants are actually from the river area where we got the tadpoles, so they'll have kind of the same bacteria and things on them. We use partially old water from the aquarium I have downstairs, partially tap water that has been treated, and partially water from their stream. What we have coming out is this little tube. It's called a drip acclimator. Because these tadpoles come from very specific water, the bacteria in it, the chemicals and everything, the minerals all in their water doesn't match what's in this. So if I were to just scoop them and dump them, they would probably die because they're not used to what the water is like. So in that corner, very slowly water from the new tank is dripping in. So over the course of maybe 6 or 7 hours, these guys will slowly get used to the water. That way tonight, when I put them in their new tank, everything will be fine and they'll be ready to go. So I'll send you guys an update when they're in. And now we need to talk about feeding them. So tadpoles are kind of like the baby stage of a frog, obviously, or a toad. So they really only do 2 things right now. They eat and they poop. That's all they do. That's all they're designed to do is eat and grow. So to help them, we're going to give them some food. In the ponds and rivers they live in, tadpoles tend to eat algae or other small greens that are in the water. So to help with that, I'm going to feed them some spinach. Normal spinach is just too hard. They don't have big enough teeth to eat it. So what I've done is called blanched. And that just means I've boiled it for about 10 seconds and now it's really soft and they're going to be able to tear that apart. So I'll send a video in a second once I've put it in the tank. The other thing they're going to get, not very often, are these micro pellets. I use these for baby fish or my betta fish usually. And on the back it's going to tell us what's in it. And this has 43% crude protein. And what that is like when we eat meat or tofu or something, that has protein in it. These guys don't need a lot of protein because they're so small, but if like a bug were to fall into the water, they would eat it slowly over time. So they do get some protein in the wild. So for the most part, they're going to be eating spinach or lettuce, but every so often I'll put in some micro pellets so they get protein. I will show you guys a video later of them eating.
Do you want to see more? Tune in to Mr. Keen's Schoology group. Today is National Limerick Day. National Limerick Day celebrates the birthday of English artist, illustrator, author, and poet Edward Lear. Lear is known mostly for his literary nonsense and poetry, prose and limericks. The day also celebrates the Limerick poem. Limerick poems were popularized by Edward Lear's Book of Nonsense in 1846. A limerick is a very short, humorous nonsense poem. Within a limerick, there are 5 lines. The first 2 lines rhyme with the 5th line, and the 3rd and 4th lines rhyme together. The limerick also has a particular rhythm, which is officially described as anapestic trimeter. Why did the student eat his homework? Because the teacher told him that it was a piece of cake.
That's all, folks.